Hi.
Hi.
Happy hour.
Happy hour. Yeah. Happy hour.
So, what I wanted to talk about was there's a woman in our local community who is basically a nurse who helps families going through dementia. I'll add a link in the comments to this video. I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. But I was watching one of her videos and she was talking about how, and I've read this in a book too, about how, like, for example, using the example of like repetitive questions, like
I'm the king of that.
which is, yeah. But like if somebody with dementia keeps asking you the same question over and over again, like, it's super easy obviously to get annoyed and like be like, what do you want me to say? You know, like, in fact, one of my other family members does this. She just asks the same question over and over and over again. And it's so easy to get impatient. But what this woman was saying in her video was, what the person with dementia needs is not like the right answer, but the sense of connection with who they're talking to, right? So like, it's more important that you're just kind than that you say whatever it is that you think they want to hear. Do you know what I mean? So like, if someone's like, do you want a glass of water? 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 And you're like, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. What they need from you is just like a smile and a appropriate response, rather than like, there's no way to resolve the repetition with the right words. It's just a matter of like keeping yourself patient and saying things that are kind. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I guess it really like hit home with me because I feel like I know I'm not the most patient person in the world. And like, sometimes when you ask me, you don't do that thing where you're like obviously repeating questions over and over again, but like, you will ask me the same question, like, you know, multiple times in a day. And it's so easy to be like, I told you that already, you know? And I think, because I think in the past, that's what I would like, I think a trigger for me is feeling like I'm not being heard. Like, that's some of my trauma, is feeling like people aren't paying attention to me or they're not hearing what I'm saying. And so when you ask me the same question multiple times, it makes me feel like you're not listening to me. And I have to shift my perspective now, and I'm working on it, to be like, it has nothing to do with me. It's just like, he doesn't remember that he already asked me that question. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna answer it again and be cool, man.
Can I be flip?
Yes, be flip.
Bill, you ignorant slut. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
yeah.
If someone came to you and asked you the same thing 3 times in a row, you'd be like, are you fucking listening to me? But with dementia, you have to totally shift that and be like, okay, well, they don't remember that they already asked me that and that I already answered it. So you have to just be kind. And the part about maintain, I've read this in a book too, like, people with dementia, they don't remember what happened, they don't remember what you said, they may not even remember like your face or who you are, but they do remember the way you made them feel. And so like, when you're dealing with somebody who's, you know, not what's the word, lucid, you don't have to say the right words or like make them remember you or like quiz them or remind them of things. All you have to do is be warm and loving, and like, they'll keep that feeling with them even if the conversation made no sense or they don't remember anything you said. You know what I mean? So that's something that I've been thinking about a lot, because obviously you're not at this stage yet where you don't remember anything that's going on, and I have to just give you warm feelings. But you know, that's something I really want to work on now, so that I can be my best self as your caregiver when things proceed later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I guess I'm liking it, likening it to when I used to work with some guys who were just cranky assholes, and you just go, you know, do what you're going to do no matter what. I don't really care.
Right.
You want to use a 1/4-inch drill bit to do a number 29 hole, then you go right ahead, dude. So
yeah, I think that's a really important.
So you just eventually you got to just go, yeah, that's the right one.
Yeah, it's kind of part of this bigger, like, philosophy that I'm really working on for myself, which is, like, you don't have to confront everything. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to correct people. You don't have to teach people lessons. You just have to, like, let things flow through your experience, you know? And I really struggle with that because I'm very Virgo-y and I'm very, like, literal and I'm very, like, accurate, and I want everything to be, like, proper and make sense. Do you know what I mean?
I have not noticed that. I don't hear you. I don't understand what you're saying.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying. But you know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me. It's a big shift in my mindset to be like, all right, none of this makes sense. He doesn't remember what happened. The things he's saying aren't accurate. And just, like, let that, like, float on by and not be like, I need to grab it and I need to fix it and I need to make sure he understands and I need to make sure he's right and, you know, all that stuff. Like, that's basically, like, that argument we had last week was basically like that. Like, me needing you to, like, remember exactly what happened and, like, you know, all this stuff. And I could have just been like, all right, well, we don't remember it the same way. You know what I mean? It's a challenge for me. But I'm glad we're having these conversations because there's work for me too. Like, I know this is about you and not about me, but if I'm the one who's going to be living with it.
At the same time, it's about us.
Right.
No. So
Right.
Thank you.
I need to learn how to be more patient and flexible.
Me too, goddammit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, just as long as you know that I'm working on myself and trying to be a better person. You know, I'm not the best person.
I'll write shit down. I just don't know where I'll put it.
Yeah, it's challenging. I'm sure it's very frustrating for you.
Yeah. My little incident yesterday kind of was a rude awakening again. That, you know.
So you're doing some pet sitting and you forgot to go to one of the places you were supposed to go.
Yeah, because it was a late ad.
Yeah.
And I did not write it down.
Well, you know, I mean, I could make that mistake if I was busy and stressed and that text came through when I was in the middle of something else and I forgot to stop what I was doing and change my schedule. You know what I mean? Like, I think I understand how you feel, but I think it's an honest mistake and, you know, nobody died.
I might the next time she sees me.
Well, I mean, it is a question about how long can you work?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's like an Alzheimer's problem. That could just be like an ADHD problem.
Yeah,
like you just forgot something.
I think that was an ADHD problem.
Right.
Is it? I didn't take that split second to write it down and do what I should have done.
Right.
Or didn't check my notes or didn't blah blah blah.
But that's one of those things that, as that kind of stuff increases, it's hard to decide when it's not, you know, most of the time it's fine, but sometimes it's not. And like, when does the scale tip in the direction of like, okay, it's not safe for you to work anymore? It's a really big question because we definitely need the money. That's not like a small thing.
You know, I don't want to hurt anybody in the process.
Right. That's the thing, is that like you don't want to wait to the point where you're making huge mistakes and endangering animals or people, you know, but at the same time, we're not in a financial position where it's just easy to go, okay, well, let's just take retirement and move on, you know? Retirement. Yeah, you could retire. Have you ever heard of that?
I could retire, but
we would be eating ramen noodles for the rest of our lives.
Ramen?
You all right with that? It's like 10 cents a pack.
We would be buying the largest jar of the shittiest peanut butter.
Ramen and peanut butter wouldn't be we could make a Thai peanut sauce to go in the ramen. That's
but then after using that same jar for the last, 60 days, you go, why is it clear?
Ew. Why would it be clear?
Because it's no longer ramen, it's just water.
Oh. I see what you're saying. Yeah, everything's going to be fine.
More salt.
So on my other YouTube channel, Teddy Hicks, I read affirmations from my book. Bill did a cameo on that recently. And one of the ones recently is just choosing to how you want to feel about every situation, right? Like you get to choose, like, this sucks. Like, obviously nobody wants this or asks for this, but I think it's worth making the best of it. Don't you think?
I'm distracted by Ozzy.
I know. What is he barking at? The dog is really...
Look, I'm walking by. You didn't think you had a dog, did you?
Thanks for protecting us from that man. Thank you. So anyway, we're gonna do our best.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. I thank you for being patient with me, because I know it's not easy.
I love you.
I love you too. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me, by the way. And I hate to refer to her as a thing. I do that all the time. But she is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Love you.
I love you too.